This means I get to be in your class for a whole nother year! Well, see you next Tuesday.
Have you ever wondered why Mrs. Puff, SpongeBob's boating coach, is always so nervous and paranoid? That's because she has always had something shady going on, but we never knew. We're about to find out as we explore a dark and disturbing conspiracy theory that suggests Miss Puff is hiding a sinister secret that could change what we know about SpongeBob SquarePants. Are you ready? At first glance, Mrs. Puff may seem like a simple, harmless character, the figure you might find in any small town. She facilitates the local boating school and is a teacher to the show's titular character, SpongeBob. She's often exasperated by SpongeBob's antics, but still cares for him and wants him to succeed. However, as we look closer, we see much more going on with Mrs. Puff than meets the eye. For one thing, she's not just a boating school teacher, she's a convicted criminal. In the episode Doing Time, Mrs. Puff is arrested and sent to jail. What crime did Mrs. Puff commit that led her to prison? It wasn't revealed in the show, but the clues we gathered expose it all. In the episode No Free Rides, Mrs. Puff had over 100 students. Still, SpongeBob is the only one who's never passed her class. This suggests that Mrs. Puff is not a highly skilled teacher and may have promoted students even if they didn't know how to operate a boat. In fact, she only promotes SpongeBob because she can't stand having him as a student anymore, which confirms it. There are also hints throughout the animated series that Mrs. Puff is not mentally stable. In the episode Krusty Love, we see a series of looping photographs in Mrs. Puff's house, suggesting that she's stuck in a mental rut. These photos show her late husband, Mr. Puff, who was turned into a lamp by a fisherman. Having this photo around can only mean that Mrs. Puff hasn't gotten over this loss. Also, in the episode Demolition Doofus, Mrs. Puff suffers a nervous breakdown after witnessing SpongeBob accidentally crash into a wall. As a result, she became so enraged that she tried to kill SpongeBob by enrolling him in a demolition derby, where he would face deadly opponents. She even cheered when SpongeBob was seemingly crushed by a giant anchor, which shows Mrs. Puff has violent tendencies and deep resentment toward SpongeBob. Now back to her criminal record. Mrs. Puff has been arrested and jailed numerous times throughout the show for her involvement in driving-related crimes. In fact, she has been arrested so many times that her driver's license has been revoked, and she became forced to attend boating school indefinitely. But why does Mrs. Puff keep getting involved in these driving-related crimes? Some fans speculate that Mrs. Puff could use her position as a boating school instructor to train her students to become skilled drivers and recruit them for her criminal activities. Another episode that shows Mrs. Puff's true character is the episode Krusty Love. Here, Mrs. Puff goes on a date with Mr. Krabs, who is obsessed with Mrs. Puff. This made him go to extreme lengths to win her affection, including buying her expensive gifts and showering her attention. However, at the end of the episode, it is revealed that Mrs. Puff only uses Mr. Krabs to get free meals and gifts. This led fans to speculate that Mrs. Puff may be a gold digger, willing to use others for personal gain. Finally, let's take a look at the episode No Free Rides, where SpongeBob fails his boating exam for the 58th time. In this episode, Mrs. Puff is visibly frustrated with SpongeBob and expresses her desire to retire from teaching. However, after a brief encounter with a fortune teller, Mrs. Puff gives SpongeBob one more chance. Some fans speculate that Mrs. Puff's change of heart may have been influenced by the fortune teller's prediction that SpongeBob would cause her harm if she didn't give him another chance, judging from when SpongeBob stole her boat and almost caused havoc in Bikini Bottom. This theory suggests that Mrs. Puff may be aware of some danger or harm that SpongeBob is capable of causing and is therefore willing to risk her own safety to prevent it. These are more clues that support the Mrs. Puff conspiracy theory. While some may seem far-fetched, there are enough hints and clues that prove that there is more to Mrs. Puff than meets the eye, and we'll examine her history of arrests in the show to prove it. Mrs. Puff has been arrested 4 times throughout the series, and the reasons for her arrests are quite concerning. The first time Mrs. Puff was arrested was in the episode Hall Monitor. SpongeBob appoints himself as the hall monitor of the school and enlists Mrs. Puff to help him with his duties.
Hall Monitor SpongeBob reporting for duty, ma'am. I'm ready to assume my position.
But when SpongeBob takes his job too seriously, chaos ensues, and Mrs. Puff is arrested for the destruction caused by SpongeBob's actions. Mrs. Puff was arrested once again in the episode No Free Rides. where she gave SpongeBob a fake license to keep him from coming back to boating school. When the police catch SpongeBob driving without a proper license, Mrs. Puff is arrested for her involvement in the scheme. Now, that's just shady beyond our imaginations. Another time Mrs. Puff was arrested was in Demolition Doofus. In this episode, Mrs. Puff is the driving instructor for a demolition derby, and SpongeBob competes in the derby with her. In the process, SpongeBob became too aggressive and caused damage, so Mrs. Puff had to be arrested again. The fourth and final time Mrs. Puff is arrested is in the episode The Smoking Peanut. Here, a peanut vendor comes to Bikini Bottom and accidentally drops his lit cigarette, causing chaos and destruction. The police suspect Mrs. Puff is involved and arrest her, but she is eventually cleared of wrongdoing. While Mrs. Puff's arrests may seem like simple plot points in the show, they become more concerning when considering the possibility of her involvement in a larger conspiracy. Could her arrests be a way to cover up her involvement in something more sinister? Or are they simply a coincidence? We may never know, but the evidence suggests that Mrs. Puff's character is more complex than we originally thought. Despite all the evidence pointing towards Mrs. Puff's guilt, she has people in her defense. Some argue that she is a victim of circumstance, and that she has been unfairly targeted by those who want to see her fall. They also pointed out that Mrs. Puff has never shown any malice towards SpongeBob, and has always been a kind and supportive figure in his life. Not everyone believes this though, as they say that it is all just a facade.